My life today is peaceful, happy, joyful. I mean, I don't live with fear anymore, but it wasn't always like this. There was a time in my life where I was sad, I was bitter, I was empty inside. And I used to try and fill this emptiness by sleeping around with girls. I used to sleep around recklessly with girls from all around the country. I didn't care what they looked like. I used to sleep around with anyone. I used to try and fill my emptiness by doing illegal stuff to get money. But still my emptiness couldn't be filled. I used to fill my emptiness by having fights, by doing things to keep me occupied, by going to raving, by partying. I couldn't be alone. But then I took part in actions of faith. So I started taking part in chains of prayers. The only thing that could give me this peace and assurance that I needed within was the Holy Spirit. And within some time, I received this peace. And this is why I stand here today. I'm happy and I have this peace within me. I have this joy. Everything I want in life is looking promising. Things are moving forward for me.
'96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Oh. Hi, good evening. Welcome to Finding Answers. You just disrupted me or disturbed me. I just do my exercise as usual just to, look good so I can fit my clothes and things like that. So on tonight's program, we're going to be talking about self-worth versus self-image. Which one is more important to you? In today's society, lots of people, they look after their bodies, as I just gave the example here with the kettlebell. But how much do people value that? Looking after your body is a good thing. However, people take it to the extreme, don't you think? They want to look good on the outside, but inside, what is happening? What is going on internally? People like to go and have plastic surgery to improve their looks. They want to put on, ladies, excessive makeup. I have a bit of makeup on, but not to the point of, changing my entire appearance. And there are people that wear, even males, that wear makeup to kind of walk outside in public. They want to show a completely different person. But maybe when they get home, once the makeup is taken off, it hides a deep scar, physical scar, or a blemish on their face. And so that person, they don't feel that confidence anymore. So the point is, are we too occupied? Are we too worried about our image? And we don't value ourselves enough? That's the question on tonight's program. I would like to open the lines now and invite you to give us a call and share with us your opinion on this. Okay, the number to call is 0207 686 6300. With me tonight, it's Carla, who's going to be reading the email of the day. Hi, Carla.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Now, you're taking pride in your appearance,
yes,
right?
I am.
There's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes there are people who dress so excessively, or should I say, dress less to show off more, and yet they're not happy inside. And sometimes they lose their self-worth or their self-value.
Yeah, that's it. They have nothing inside to give to others.
Yeah.
Because the way they dress is the way they show inside, because what they don't have inside, they show outside. So they could appear to have something that they don't have inside.
For
They dress
example, provocatively,
that's
yes.
it,
Fix
that's
your
it.
teeth. So, you see, a lot of women do that, right? They dress provocatively. You know, they say less is more. But what kind of attention are they attracting from the opposite sex? And also men as well, right? Doing lots of exercises. Summer's here, summer's coming on its way. And you know, summertime, everyone wants to wear as less as possible so they can show their slim figure, or men with the biceps. So are we going overboard, basically? So I want to hear your opinion. Let's show this video now, the street interviews. You're going to hear now what the people of London had to say.
Oh, well, this is a very tricky one because
We're here on the streets of London again. There's a statistic claiming that 60% of adults don't like the way they look. So how much value is actually placed on self-worth? Let's find out what the public think. How much value do you think is placed on sort of self-worth compared to self-image?
I think a lot of value is placed. I mean, people are more worried about what they look like nowadays than anything.
I think what people think of the way they look, because obviously it does matter, because the way you dress is the way you're dressed. However, but I think, like, for yourself, for your self, like, to keep going forward, to keep chasing your dreams, you have to respect your self-worth, but you also have to respect other people that look at you, because you can't blame people for judging you if you dress in rags and that kind of stuff. So I guess it's just how each person takes it. That's how I take it anyway.
I think in order to feel self-worth, you've got to have a nice self-image of yourself. I think people look to make their image very personal to them, and that brings out the confidence in their self-worth.
Well, self-worth, it's not that important compared to self-image at the moment. Well, not really at the moment, it's like the 20th century. It's just everyone's they care about how they look so much that they just don't really care whether it suits them or they're comfortable with it. They're just, as long as they look good or they fit in to the crowd, then yeah, that's society
I think,
now.
Like, fashion's a big form of like expression. Like, so people dress like how they want to be.
She does
perceived.
fashion photography.
I don't know.
So you know.
Yeah. I don't think like your fashion necessarily like represents your personality, but people like use it to express themselves if they're not confident enough. I don't know.
But sometimes I like to like when I see things that people dress as, I'm like, I wouldn't wear that. But the more people wear it, it kind of grows on me that I'm like, oh, okay, then I get comfortable with wearing it. So I guess it can kind of balance each other out, but it takes time for that to happen. So.
Let's go straight to the point. As I said, the lines are open for you to give us a call and share with us your opinion. But I would like you to think about this topic. We're not just talking about looks alone. The issue is a lot deeper than that. Because maybe you're watching now and you're hurting inside. You are facing a big problem internally. And maybe you're masking that problem by the clothes you wear. Maybe you go and shop excessively. Maybe you are in a wrong relationship. You're with someone, but that someone is not valuing you enough. And you are holding on to that relationship because you're afraid to lose that person. You've lost all your self-respect. They don't respect you either. So can you see where I'm going with this? You're too worried about looking good on the outside. You're worried about maybe impressing your friends because you have someone with you, but maybe that person is mistreating you. So I would like to invite you to give us a call. You don't have to give your name. Maybe you like to ask for a prayer even. We have a team of advisors who are on hand to speak to you and even give you a prayer if you wish. That line is open now. I'll repeat it again. It's on the screen. It's 0207 686 6300. We're going to go for a break now. And on the program, we have a young male. Normally, when we have a subject like this, you think of women, right? Females. But we have a male who was living a reckless life. His name is Dumilde, and you're going to be hearing his story in a few months' time. We'll see you after this.
We was doing a performance and then everybody really liked it, and then right at the end of the performance I've called Leanne to the front and then everyone's thinking what's going on, and then from there I proposed to her and yeah.
Kieran takes longer in the shower. I'm in there for like a couple of minutes. Kieran will be in there for like 15 minutes. I don't know what he's doing, but all I know is that he's having a shower, but I'm telling him to hurry up and get out.
She could be very unpredictable. Like when I come home sometimes she could do things that I least expect and surprise me. Caribbean, curry goat and rice and peas. My days.
He says I'm unpredictable, but he's unpredictable as well. Sometimes I'll come home and there'll be like a treat on the side and I'm thinking, ooh, that's nice. It's my favourite, you know, thanks.
The love talk helped us in many ways because we learnt certain things. Some things that may not be important to me could be very important to my wife Leanne. Her hair. Sometimes she'll do things with her hair and to me it may look crazy, but I still listen to what she says and it really, I believe to her it really like helps.
Welcome back to Finding Answers. So, as I said before the break, if you'd like to give us a call, you can remain anonymous if you wish. You would like a prayer, you would like to talk to someone about any issues that you're going through. Maybe you don't respect yourself, right? So you can give us a call, right? And someone will be there to have a word with you, maybe even pray for you if you wish. So with me today is Dumilde. Yes. Did I mention that, say that right?
Yes.
Dumilde.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Dumilde Kiosa.
Yes.
And where's that name from, out of interest?
It's Angolan, actually.
You're from Angola?
I'm from Angola, yeah.
Okay. So you speak Portuguese?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you're on the program tonight because you've come on to share your experiences about this subject.
Yes.
So you were telling me during the break that you had a reckless life, right? Can I ask your age?
I'm 21.
You're 21?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're 21 and you probably what you're going to describe now, many people think it's part of growing up. It's natural.
That's right.
But what you went through, you didn't have any peace, did you?
No, not at all.
Maybe in the beginning it was fun, but you weren't happy doing what you were doing, were you?
No, not at all.
Because your life has changed today, right? We're going to hear that in the second part of the program. So please share with us, where did things start going wrong for you?
At first, it all started in school. With the friends that I used to hang around with.
Yeah.
I always had that influence of following. I always followed friends for some reason. I didn't have my own type of control. I can say I didn't control my life. I always like to follow others.
So whether your friends, if they went to do anything wrong, you would follow them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
In terms of they'll go, to rob someone's house, for example, I'll go and do that. I didn't care about the repercussions. I'll just go along and do it. If it
was that for fear of not fitting in?
It was that, and also that I didn't really care. I didn't care. All I wanted to do was just fit in. All I wanted to do was just, stay around that crowd.
Yeah.
The crowd that everyone notices.
Yeah.
In the school kind of thing.
Okay.
So I'll just do whatever I wanted to do, and I had problems with it. I had some problems with police actually through doing this type of stuff, robbing people's houses and stuff. But there was more to that as well. I had friends, close friends actually, that they would just abuse. They would just abuse, their own lives and the lives of others.
In what way?
In terms of like relationships. At that age, when I was around 16, all we wanted to do is just, get girls. Just go and get girls, and it'll be anyone. It can be someone that you meet for the day, on a night. I could say, you just sleep with them or something. I would do that.
This was in school.
Yeah, in
so
school.
16 years old.
Around 16, yeah, around 16, 17.
So you would meet any girls?
Any girl, yeah, any girl. I remember there was a time that my friend, he was going out with a girl, and his intention was just, to sleep with her. And then after I asked him, okay, so who's this girl? And he shared it to me, and I started speaking to this girl, and then all of a sudden I got with her as well.
Really?
Yeah.
So your friend didn't care about this girl. His intention was just to have sex with her.
Yeah.
And then put her to the side.
And
leave her to the side.
Yeah.
And this girl didn't mind. Did she know that you two were friends?
She didn't at the start, no. But then throughout the relationship that I was going with her, she started to know that I was friends.
You didn't care that maybe she slept with your friend? You didn't care about that?
Not at all.
You just wanted to have sex with her as well?
Yeah.
And throughout, your time doing this, how many girls do you think you slept with?
Probably a handful. Can't remember too well, but probably a handful. But
so you were doing the same thing, right?
Yeah, exactly the same thing.
It was basically following the crowd, following what your friends were doing.
Whatever you do, I'll do the same thing. And
so you'd meet them on the street. Would they invite them to your house? Would you go to their place?
It was actually it was different. Different girls, different attitudes, different personalities. So I'll adapt to that. So if a girl was perhaps vulnerable.
When you say vulnerable, what do you mean? What's a vulnerable girl?
Someone that you can tell that this person is a bit shy, but yet if you kind of like speak to her in a certain way, they'll be able to.
You could suss out.
Yeah, you can
the type of person they were.
Yeah.
So you would go for the vulnerable girls.
Yeah.
So give me in your list, right? When you had a definition of a vulnerable girl, describe what that type of girl would be, how she would look.
Well, there was this one girl that I met, and it was actually through Facebook. Very strange. Through Facebook, I just started speaking to her, and I could tell she was really shy. So I got her to speak more. She started speaking about her family, and it was quick. It didn't, certain people would not give that type of information straight away, but she would just give it, even though she was that type of shy person, because I had this way of speaking to girls. There was a time where I spoke to her and I said, you know what, you should come to my house. I just want to get to know you. Just have, just chill out kind of thing.
So you were kind of the suave, smooth talking guy?
Yeah.
Or the bold type of guy? Because you don't look bold. And were you the suave?
I was just
trying to get them to like you,
yeah.
Your soft nature.
Yeah.
Am I thinking that?
Especially
right?
as well, I would use this, because I used to sing. So I'll use that as well.
Right.
While I'm speaking to them, I don't know, on the phone or something, I'll just kind of attract them with that.
Yeah.
And there was this particular girl that I met, the one on Facebook. And the only thing that I wanted, as I said, was just to sleep with them.
Mm-hmm.
With her, I knew I can get it easily as well, because she was that type of vulnerable type of girl. And throughout, the relationship that I had with her, trying to get to know her, I saw that, in her mind wasn't right. She wasn't okay. There was something wrong with her. Like that time, she was just blackout kind of thing. I'll be speaking to her and she would just black out.
What do you mean blackout?
She would just stop speaking. Exactly, as if I'm speaking to you now, but
yeah.
She wouldn't speak. She would just look at me and not speak.
So you thought I could be in there,
yeah,
basically.
Exactly.
She's not in her right mind.
Yeah.
Not knowing, probably she has personal issues. You didn't care about that.
That's the thing. She actually did, and I got to. That's one of the ways that I got her to like me, because I knew. I started speaking to her, and she started speaking to me about her problems, and I told her, look, I can help you, kind of thing. And then through there, that's when the relationship kind of built. Mm-hmm. was building.
Yeah. What else did you do recklessly in your life?
I used to smoke a lot as well. There was times that I'll be around friends, as I said, the influence, and I didn't care. Mm-hmm. I'll, say for example, I'll come out of school, I'll just smoke. And
where would you get the money from to buy cigarettes?
That was the thing. I'll probably, if it was from my house, my mother would probably give me some. If not, then I'll get it from school. Friends will give it as well, and I'll spend hours. I'll spend hours outside just smoking, and that kind of turned into a little addiction as well, because at home I'll I'll go in the house and I'll snake a little cigarette in the house and I'll just smoke in my bedroom without no one noticing. So I didn't really care of myself. I didn't really care.
You didn't think of the
I
consequences?
Not at all.
Of it. Now, were there problems at home for you to, go and live like this? I mean, were there problems with your parents or maybe your brothers or sisters? You didn't get any attention at home for you to go and not respect yourself, but or respect other girls to act in this way? Was there anything at home that we could say maybe it could have led you to do that?
There wasn't. This is one of the things that many people don't understand. I had that love. I had that, that care at home. Even though my parents wasn't always there. I mean, I still live with my mum, and my dad's not here, but he was always there. He would still speak to me, how I should live life, how I should kind of follow how he lived in his footsteps. So I always had that type of role model. In terms of, relationships, my parents, they still are married for 30 years or so. And, I had those steps of how to live right kind of thing, but I didn't care due to the friends that I would hang around with. And that did affect at home as well.
It affected at home?
It did.
In what way?
Because there was times, as I was saying, when there was a time that I was following a friend, and I think he went robbing someone's house, and this time my mind was not in the right place. All I wanted to do is just go along with the flow kind of thing. And I did that, and I got arrested through that.
So that was your first time in trouble with the police?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened?
That just scared me. That just scared me, and I just kind of backed away from those type of friends.
Yeah? How old were you at that time?
I was around, I believe 15. Yeah, I believe 15, 16.
Still young?
Yeah, very young.
We're going to find out the worst moment that you had after the break, all right? And how you got help. Now, you may be listening to his testimony right now, and you may be thinking, you know what? Is there any teenager nowadays? It's normal for them to want to like girls, to go out with boys, to smoke, right? To experiment with drugs or alcohol. But deep down, they're not happy. And though in Dumilde's life, there wasn't a reason that we could say led him to act in this way, but yet doing all of these things, he was not happy. He's changed now. He's a different young man today. You're going to hear the rest of his story after the break. You're going to learn how he changed his life around, because today he respects himself. Today he has self-worth. Today he respects women. So you're going to hear his story after the break. We'll see you then.
Self-respect, self-worth, or put simply, just loving yourself is a crucial aspect of life. If you do not understand how to appreciate yourself and your worth, how will others do so? British organisation dealing with mental well-being, Mind, stated in their research that if you have low self-esteem, your beliefs about yourself will often be negative. You will tend to focus on your weaknesses or your mistakes more, and may find it hard to recognise the positive parts of your personality. You may also blame yourself for any difficulties or failures that you face. Hating yourself stifles any progress that you hope to make. Once your confidence is up, you will stop making the terrible mistake of comparing yourself to others. When you love yourself, you take pride in who you are and what you have to offer.
What I love about him is that he always cares about me. He's very caring. His own way, he's always worried about how my day has been, if I have eaten, what I do. And I really love when he surprises me when I'm not expecting. Like, out of the blue, he comes with a bunch of roses and I'm not expecting, then it really makes my day.
I love everything about her, but the best is her eyes. You know, when she looks at me, I love her eyes. And, it attracts me. And, the eyes are amazing. By the way, she's an excellent cook. I'm not just saying this in front of everybody. Well, the Love Talk seminar helped me a lot, to understand our differences. Especially when you are single, you don't have this understanding. But, the seminar helped me to understand that women think differently from men. So I believe that helped our relationship to grow, to develop even more.
Welcome back to Finding Answers. If you were with us before the break, you know about Dumilde and the life that he was living. But also, there are things that he hasn't mentioned yet before we learn about how he changed his life. So welcome, Dumilde. So tell me, there were other things as well, right? You're going to tell us about the worst moment in a few moments' time. But you had an addiction.
Yes.
Yes? What was that addiction to?
It was pornography.
How did you get into pornography?
It was just browsing through the internet like any other youth would do, and just finding, that little, that image, and then you get interested and you just start clicking in images, and yeah.
But how did you start getting into it in the first place?
How do I start? Was
it your friends looking at it at school?
It was friends. It was friends that was at school. They'll talk about it. Talk about models that will be there as well, and that urged me even more to go in deep into it.
So you started doing your own research, if I can say, at home.
Yeah. So instead of actually learning in school of something positive, I was actually going the other way.
Now, did you take those things that you saw in the films, and did you try to do it with any of the girls that you slept with?
I did. Yeah.
You did.
There was actually one girl that. As I was saying beforehand, that when I met her, all I wanted to do was just have sex with her. And my mind, the images in my mind when I was with her was that.
What you saw?
Was exactly what I saw.
Yeah.
So with this girl, it was like I was saying, I didn't really care. The same way they will probably treat, or they would treat in the images that I saw, in the films that I saw in porn, was the same way I would treat them in real life.
As objects?
As objects, exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at you now, you're this, you don't have, much facial hair, I don't think. This young, sweet looking guy, but who would have known he would have been doing all of this? All of these things that he's mentioned here, right? But you see, it doesn't matter about the outward appearance.
Yeah.
It's what's going on inside.
Exactly.
Right? What was the worst moment of your life?
The worst moment, I'd say, was when I lost my virginity. I was a person that even though I didn't care, but I still had some sort of value towards myself. I suppose not that much. Because the way I lived, the lifestyle I lived at home, my parents, as I said, my parents they're together. They've been together. They've been married for like over 20 years, and they've always told me, look, you need to find yourself a right woman, get married, and after that, start thinking about the kids. And I always had that example, but I never followed it.
Yeah,
I always fell into that trap of following the crowd, and that led me to lose my virginity at a young age.
How old are you?
I was in college. I think I was 16. Yeah.
When you lost your virginity.
Yeah.
And the thing is, guys would normally boast with their friends. I slept with this girl. I lost my virginity. But for you, at that time, you knew it wasn't the right thing to do.
Exactly.
Right? Some people may think, guys now, young guys now, if they're watching, they'll be thinking, come on, it's normal.
Yeah.
Right? But for you, you had your self-worth.
Yeah.
You had morals, or at least they were told to you by your parents. But yet you didn't follow them, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it was that lustful nature, that sexual nature in a young boy that you wanted to experiment.
Yeah.
Right? But yet again, you were not happy.
Yeah.
The thing is, your life has changed now, right?
It has.
Now, you're not the same person anymore, are you?
No, not at all.
How did you used to dress? Because you're here now in the studio, shirt and tie. How were you before?
I was dark. I was really dark. The same way I'll treat others in this dark kind of way, in this evil kind of way. I was the same way. The way I dressed with hoodies, dark, black hoodies with skeletons on it. I had like an earring kind of thing as well. I just didn't care about my body. I just wanted to. I had some sort of insecurity as well, even though I was bold enough to go after these girls, but I was insecure within myself. Hence why I followed those who were around me.
Did you have friends dressed the same way?
Not at all.
Similar?
Not at all. It was just me.
It was just you.
I just wanted to be like, you know, the odd one out kind of thing.
Okay. So tell us about your change. How did you start the change process?
So it was through a friend of mine from the church, and she invited me to the youth group in church, and at first I just wanted to go there just to check it out. I never knew what type of activities they had going on or what was the motive of that youth group. But through going, I started to understand that here's the place that I need to be.
Why? What was different about that youth group?
Because the people that were there, the vibe that I got off it. First, you know, it was really energetic when I went there, and I was thinking, wow, these people are a bit strange. Like a bunch of youths just jumping up and down at this time. So it was a bit strange for me, but
they were doing activities? What kind of activities were they doing?
Just some dancing activities. They were chanting against each other.
Yeah.
And it
all
was
friendly,
really
right?
Yeah.
There wasn't no aggressiveness there.
There was none. No, it was all friendly kind of thing. But to me, it was strange. But then after that, they came to me and they spoke to me, just asking me how I am and how did I find it. And I was fine. It was all right. It was okay. And there was a specific guy that came to me, and he was younger than me actually. And he started speaking to me about his life story and how he changed through coming to the youth group as well. And he was a person that was addicted. He was a person like me he didn't care about women. He didn't care about girls. He didn't care about himself. He would go and have sex as well with other women. And I could see in him that he changed. He was happy. He was glad to tell me that story. And so I thought to myself, if this young guy can change, then what's going to stop me? Because in me, I did want it to change.
Yeah.
Because I thought, is this all there is to life? Like just going around from one girl to another girl. It was numerous of girls that I was going out with. So I thought to myself, what's the point?
So what made you stay at that youth group?
It was what they told me. They told me that there's a way there's the way I was living. It doesn't. I don't need to live like that. I don't need to live with this addiction. I don't need to live with this insecurity of mine.
With the porn addiction,
yeah,
the insecurities, the sleeping around with the girls.
Yeah.
Your life could change.
My life could change.
That was a positive message they were saying to you.
Yeah, and I could get that. I can get that through what I saw from the guy as well, through what he told me as well.
Was there anything else that they did or said in terms of, I don't know, maybe family or your education?
They did, yeah, because I was in school at the moment when I went there. And I doubted a lot when I was in school. I doubted my ability to actually achieve.
Yeah.
And they spoke about, you can make it, even though you're gonna get these hard moments, but you can make it. So I doubted myself when I was in school, but through coming there, through listening to the words that they would say, the positive words, I started to think to myself that I can actually achieve.
Did you start taking part in activities?
Yeah.
Did that help you to get kind of your self-esteem back? And
I started coming more often, and then through that, it kind of led me to go into the church as well, to the activity that they have in church as well.
So obviously, I'm saying, I believe prayer was involved.
Yes.
Right. And what did you start praying for yourself?
First of all, was to let go of this addiction.
Yeah.
That I had, because I saw that was a big problem. And I say it's a problem because porn is not something that you can just say, yeah, I'm going to stop watching porn and that's it. It has to be a strict kind of decision that you need to make.
Yeah.
Because with me, I would just watch porn anyway. If it was in school, if it was, at home, if I was abroad, I'll watch it. And that to me, I saw, okay, this is a really big issue, so let me fight against this issue first. So through coming to the church, through taking part in the chains of prayers, that led me to actually pushing myself to actually let go of this addiction that I had.
So it is possible to overcome porn addiction.
Yeah.
It is possible to stop sleeping around with girls.
It is.
Because some people, they have an addiction to sleeping around and they can't break that addiction, right? And even though it starts off as fun in the beginning, but as time goes by, as I said in the beginning of the program, that they lose their self-respect and they start even hating themselves. They don't like what they do.
Yeah.
Dumilde, how's your life today?
Right now, my life is, I'm happy now. I don't have no insecurities. I don't feel no doubt inside of me. I don't have no doubt inside of me. I know I can achieve in life. And as a matter of fact, I'm moving forward with life now.
In what way?
I'm working at the moment now. And this was something that I never planned. I had a desire to actually work, but I never actually planned, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go after it. But through coming to the meetings that they had in church, that motivated me more.
So the meetings in church are more like, not just traditional church services, they're more like seminars, positive words are said there along with a prayer.
That's it.
Yeah?
Exactly.
And that caused you kind of thing, maybe the format of the services caused you to stay and, change your life around.
Yeah.
So no more smoking.
No more smoking.
No more sleeping around with girls.
No more.
No more pornography.
No more.
Is Dumilde happy today?
I'm very happy, yes.
What's your plans for the future?
Now, I want to, continue working. I want to continue helping my family. That was something I never wanted to do. I just wanted to live my own life, get my own house and move out of my family's house. Now I want to help my family. I want to go back into uni, and just want to get my life going on the right track.
Dumilde, well done to you. Okay, thank you for sharing
Thank you.
your testimony with us today.
Yeah.
So, you see his story, right? He can change. You can change. It's not a matter of following the crowd, right? Because following the crowd doesn't get you anywhere. Actually, it gets you into trouble. But if you are lacking that strength, that inner strength to start the change, then the prayer at the end of the program, I believe, will be the start, if you want that, all right? So please get your glass of water ready, because we'll be saying the prayer at the end. Now, Carla, how are you?
I'm good.
We've got the email of the day, right?
Yes, we do.
Please, read the email for us.
Okay. I'm 23 years old and I am a decent person. I am smart and people like to spend time with me. The problem is that I am ugly. Yes, there is such a thing. And beauty is not in the eye of the beholder. People deny it all they can, but physical appearance is the single most important thing in the world. Nobody cares about what they are inside. Why is this a good thing? Why is it that good-looking people are never single for long or unemployed? Because they are good-looking, and that gives them more advantage over everyone. I strongly believe this. I find no value in nobody because of my looks. I've been going through the therapy and taking medication, but still after about 5 or 6 years, I still feel suicidal and still hate myself for looking the way I do. I just don't know what else to do. Any advice, Kate?
Kate, I have news for you. I never, in the beginning, I never liked my appearance as well. I had issues regarding my eyes. I had issues regarding my nose. I had issues regarding my lips. I have issues regarding these ears here, right? And, when I started loving myself, it was in church. I started to see that God valued me. And once I took the attention away from me and started to look internally, that's when things started to change. So, as a young person, you have this idea about this person's ugly, this person's not. It's how you view yourself. If you don't love yourself, of course, you're going to feel that you're ugly. And I've never seen you. I don't know what you look like. But I tell you, you're not ugly. Maybe you're comparing yourself to the media the media's image of how a woman should look, and you're trying to compare yourself to those images. So please, stop beating yourself around. Don't beat yourself like this. I believe that you are. I believe everyone is pretty. Of course, there are some people that have looks and they take advantage of that. Others don't have, you know, the model looks, but everyone is unique and beautiful, handsome and pretty in their own way. Actually, someone liked these ears, someone liked this nose, you know, someone liked my eyes that go in, someone liked my lips. And you know what? Today, I'm happily married. So there is someone out there for you. So once you start changing your outlook on yourself, maybe you're going to find the right person who will start seeing that you value yourself. All right? So if you, Kate, and anyone else would like this prayer, maybe you feel the same way as Kate does or did, because I believe that this prayer helped me, it's going to help you as well. So if you're feeling low, if you're feeling down, then maybe this prayer will just start, okay? So get your glass of water ready, and after the break, we're going to come back and we're going to say the prayer for you. We'll see you after this. Welcome back. Before we go for the prayer, just remember at the beginning of the program, I did say that if you are going through any problems where you don't respect yourself, you don't value yourself, you know, there is much more to you than you think. So the prayer that I'm going to say now is to help you to see how important you are, right? That appearance doesn't necessarily matter. What matters is that you respect and you love yourself. And when you respect and love yourself, others will respect and love you as well. Before we do that, just a Bible verse here. It says in Matthew 16:26, "For what profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul?" So what's the point in having lots of money? What's the point in having the expensive clothes? What's the point in having everything that you could wish for in this world, and yet you don't have inner peace inside of you? Yet your soul is disturbed. And I can say one thing, I have a wonderful marriage to a beautiful woman, and you know, I can't ask for anything else. Once I have that and my relationship with God, there's nothing else really. I'm sure I will have problems, but if I have that stability in life, I'll be able to overcome any problems. So maybe you don't have that. You don't have that inner peace inside of you. So that's what this prayer will be for, to help you. So get your glass of water ready. Let's go for the prayer.
Prepare now for the moment of prayer. If you would like us to make a prayer and include you in the Finding Answers prayer book, send your name and prayer request to prayer@findinganswers.tv.
Father, in the name of your Son, Jesus Christ, I pray for this viewer now, this person watching us with their glass of water, this person who's lost all self-respect, all self-worth, this person's lost their value. They don't believe, like Kate, they don't believe that there's anyone there for them. When they look in the mirror, they don't see someone that they like. And maybe they've done things that they've now regretted. And though we can't turn back the hands of time, but you can help this person to start a new chapter, a new page in their life. So my God, I pray for this person who feels guilty. This person, Lord, who, like Dumilde, they know what they are doing or what they have done is wrong, but they haven't had the strength to change. I pray, my God, that you will help this person make this decision. You help this person through this prayer to start to love themselves again, because you loved us, my God. That's why you died on the cross. You died because you loved the world, that you gave your Son to die on the cross for us. So Father, I thank you for what you did. And I pray that what you did for us, my God, what you did for Dumilde will help this person now who's joining us in this prayer. I present this glass of water and I ask you to bless it, that when this person will drink it, they will have that inner peace. They will have that love for themselves in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Drink this water now and receive the peace, receive the love, the self-respect that was missing in your life. Okay, so before we go, I just want to say to you, I'm going to be waiting now for 10-15 minutes. If you'd like to give the number a call, I'll be on the line to talk to any of you if you're going through any personal issues at all. I'll be able to sit down with you and give you some advice, even make a personal prayer for you. That number is 0207 686 6300. If you want to talk to me live now after the program, then you can do so. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you at the same time tomorrow. Bye-bye.